Some legends are so great their legacy can't fit into a 10-gallon hat. And other legacies are so vast an entire state can't contain them. While not based on a true story, this week's episode, the 1999 sports hit Varsity Blues, is as close to a true story as a screenplay can get. And this week, we'll learn about Texas football and Texas football. The NFL is known worldwide for having some of the best athletes. Some region of the country, though, have become well known for regularly producing NFL talent. Is it any surprise that the Lone Star State tops the NFL's roster? Texas is a football-crazy state where towns live and die by their local teams at every level. 211 current NFL players come from a school in Texas. That is more than 1 in every 12 players in the league. So much so that the Lone Star State produced more players for the 2023 NFL season than any other state, and it's not even close. And football is important in Texas for many reasons, with high school football being a huge part of Texas culture, with games that are town events featuring elaborate marching band performances, cheerleaders, drill teams, and thousands of fans. Close by where we live is Challenger Columbia Stadium, the 10th most expensive high school football stadium built in the U.S. It was built in 2016 for $39 million, and it has a seating capacity of 10,000 Friday Night Lights fans. And Texas has some of the largest and most well-funded college football programs in the country, including the Longhorns, who recently made it to the college football playoffs. And Texas is home to beloved NFL teams, including the Houston Texans, and I, for one, am looking forward to how the team builds on last year's success and how far they go this year. And of course, I always look for Toro in the crowd cheering on the Texans. Now, as of December 2023, Texas had produced 2,644 current and former professional NFL players, again, the most of any other state. And Texas has the most Hall of Famers from the state, 36, the most combined games played, 136,317, and the most combined touchdowns, 8,841. And in the recent 2024 NFL draft, 11 Texas Longhorns were selected, setting a school record in the modern draft era. And can you believe it? Houston is considered an NFL hotbed, with its high schools producing 16 players in 2023. And this Texas tradition of football greatness and legacies has to begin somewhere, right? Of course it does. So let's go back to 1912. Hugh Othello Wolf was born June 13 in Mason, Texas. Wolf played for the Texas Longhorns in 1934, where he was an all-SWC selection and the top scorer for the Longhorns in the 1936 and 1937 seasons. In a November 1st, 1934 game against Minnesota, he set a then school record with a 95-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. Quick kicked for 90 yards and had an outside kick that traveled 50 yards into Minnesota's end zone that was recovered by a Longhorn teammate for a touchdown. For his gridiron greatness, Wolf is a member of the UT Athletics Hall of Fame into which he was inducted in 1977. And Wolf played one season with the New York Giants and was then drafted by the Pittsburgh Pirates, now Steelers, in the third round of the 1938 NFL Draft. What Wolf began, several greats built upon, including one of the best players Texas has ever produced, Earl Christian Campbell, nicknamed the Tyler Rose. And Campbell, as a running back, played in the NFL for 8 seasons, primarily with the Houston Oilers. Known for his aggressive, punishing running style and ability to break tackles, Campbell gained recognition as one of the best running backs in NFL history. Campbell played for the Texas Longhorns, winning the Heisman Trophy. He also earned unanimous All-American honors in his senior season, along with several other accolades. In 1973, Campbell led John Tyler High School to the Texas 4A state championship. That season, Campbell was named Mr. Football USA, and I'd say that beats Lance's brag of being the best quarterback in Texas. And as a UT freshman in 1974, Campbell played in all 11 games and had 162 carries for 928 yards and 6 touchdowns. Campbell finished his college career with 4,443 rushing yards, 40 rushing touchdowns in 40 games through 4 seasons. And Campbell was then selected first overall by the Oilers in the 1978 draft and had an immediate impact in the league, earning NFL Rookie of the Year honors. Quote, "This is a commitment to excellence," said Oilers head coach Bum Phillips, a Texan himself. "It takes a great running back to have a great winning football team, and this kid is a great running back." With head coach Bum Phillips, Campbell's emergence in Houston coincided with the Luv Ya Blue era, a period of sustained success in which the Oilers made 3 straight playoff appearances. With his aggressive running style that favored running over players instead of around them, questions arose over how long Campbell could stay healthy. Quote, "He runs with a lot of reckless abandon," said Ron Johnson, a former running back whose own career was cut short. Quote, "You can run like that in college, but you can't do that for 10 years and hope to survive." Bum Phillips favored Campbell's running style, saying, quote, "I've been looking for a running back like Earl. I'm not going to change his style. Why would I? You don't want a guy who gets hit and then flops on the ground. Earl does the same thing other running backs do, only better." Over 60% of Campbell's yards came in the fourth quarter because, quote, "That's when the tough get going," said Campbell. After considering a return for one more season to reach 10,000 career rushing yards, Campbell retired in the 1986 preseason, feeling that the beating he had taken during his career had taken too much of a toll. Quote, "I'm a man. I'm not a little boy. I believe this is the best thing." To that end, Campbell is widely acknowledged as one of the best running backs in NFL history and was highly regarded by his peers. Quote, "Every time you hit him, you lower your own IQ," said Redskins linebacker Pete Wasaki. Quarterback Lester Hayes of the Raiders said, quote, "Earl Campbell was put on this earth to play football. When you hit a game against Earl, you have to sit in a tub of Epsom salts." Bum Phillips, when asked if Campbell was in a class by himself, quipped, quote, "I don't know, but if he ain't, It don't take long for him to call the roll. In 2019, Earl Campbell was named to the NFL 100th anniversary all-time team. And Campbell's jersey, 34, is retired by the Houston Oilers. In 2000, an internet poll of Longhorns fans elected Campbell to Texas's All-Century team, and he received the most votes. I don't think it was a question. And Campbell was honored at halftime, including the unveiling of a 9-foot bronze statue at Royal Memorial Stadium. And I think that beats Coach Kilmer's statue by a country mile. In 1981, Campbell was declared an official state hero by the Texas legislature, an honor previously bestowed upon only Stephen F. Austin, Sam Houston, and Davy Crockett. Earl's greatness came at a cost to his body. Throughout his career, Campbell experienced various injuries that contributed to physical ailments later in life. And you can only have your jersey ripped off from you and run through a wall of football players so many times. But Earl did it, and he did it with greatness. At first, he maintained that some of his ailments were genetic, but finally said in 2012, quote, "I think some of it came from playing football, playing the way I did." In 2009, Campbell became addicted to painkillers prescribed for his spinal stenosis, taking as many as 10 OxyContin pills a day. He went through rehab and broke his addiction the same year, and has since spoken out about the dangers of substance abuse. And today, Earl Campbell is an inspiring and insightful presence for all Texans and football fans. He regularly posts on his Facebook page messages of hope, history, and heroics, and provides inspiration to all. It's a great page, and I highly encourage you to check it out. In the meantime, go ahead and give the subscribe button a decisive touchdown. We thank you so much. We appreciate our listeners, our viewers, our supporters. Stay safe, and we will see you soon.